The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Dances by him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Dancing to his left. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Detroit! Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost Brady. That's how a lot of these receivers.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Detroit! On 3rd down, Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And got his man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. Chicago. A great effort there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, Rosen sliding out of the pocket. Broken. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
56.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. From the 21, it's second and 10. Rosen again on second and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Got three down. 180. 56 to Mike, boys, 56.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Three down. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Hey, 18.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Detroit!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen here down around his own goal line. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Going deep here for Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
180! 18. Hey, gotta go.
off the toss, Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still in the attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action here with Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
3-19. Detroit!
Third and long here for Rosen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Taken from just outside the 30. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Parkey adds the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On second down, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears add on. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet inbounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Parkey with the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Allen has it left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Rosen will throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
This is Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, that's Cohen. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Cardinals going to, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now he's going to throw deep back. He's got a man complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Gone!
On first down, it's Rosen. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go play action. It's Rosen. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Fournette fighting through. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. The son Reddick coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
So out now come the Cardinals. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. No, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. Now Rosen. Buying time to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Rosen being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
He's going to rifle one deep left. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They try again with Cohen. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A big play there, 56 yards. And the Bears continue to pour it on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was looking for Daniels that time. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 31 yards there and a first down. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Again, it's Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They get it to him running left. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Leopard! Leopard!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 2nd down, Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals claw one back. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now. 2 up right now. I'm two on one day on my 3rd. I was 2 broke, now I'm 2 rich. Made 100K on my 3rd shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really handle punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a